This essay brings together several bodies of literature to examine questions about religion, culture, the power of magic, and the semiotic origins of language. These questions overlap and intersect in interesting and provocative ways. Linked to this is the larger issue of human consciousness in the context of the animal being of our species. Now, the central point of this essay is to extend Talal Asad's critique of religion as a cultural system into deep time and to consider the way biosemiosis provides a context within which to understand how culture has taken shape as a discursive form of enchanting power. In other words, the point is to show that culture is a religious system and that it can be critiqued as such, because of the way power is manifest in the relationship among language and more holistic biosemiotic modes of communication. In this essay, I think through biosemiotics to deconstruct language in order to explore human-animal relations in the intimacy of our evolutionary history. I gesture towards several examples that provide a biosemiotic perspective on communication in the tangled bush of our bipedal animal ancestry. Leroy Gurhan's work provides a point of departure for thinking about the body as a tool and about technology and memory in order to think past the problem of embodied intelligence as a distinctly human characteristic. Although Leroy Gurhan was focused on the religious significance of symbolic art in the Paleolithic, recent work on cave painting, as well as on much older examples of abstract representation, complicate the relationship among language, culture, and technologies of memory and representation. This, I think, allows us to think about the socio-ecological implications of Tomasello's work on joint attention and the meaning of gestures and social intentionality in a multi-species environment. Fundamentally, my interest is in making sense of ecology and communication in the prehistory of bipedal animals by focusing on what Durkheim called real social relationships. Now, in this light, I think it is interesting and useful to consider how a biosemiotic perspective on communication offers a new perspective on a fundamental question in the sociology of religion. The question is essentially Durkheimian, in the sense that religion must be explained in terms that reflect social behavior, as behavior constitutes a domain of reality that is inherently relational and objective, rather than conceptually cognitive. This perspective is focused on the real social relations that constitute animal ecologies, since ecologies extend beyond and precede consciousness. Animal ecologies that define our evolutionary history articulate a form of incipient collective consciousness that has taken shape in the elementary forms of religious life as a consequence of distinctive forms of alienation that are characteristic of human culture.